All right, retro gamers, welcome to the AtGames National Owners Day 2021 Autumn Kickoff Show hosted by the Super GameRoom Dudes. On tonight's episode, we're going to walk through all the deals, events, and new products coming this weekend by AtGames, including the BitPixel HV for your AtGames Legends Pinball Machine, the Bit LCD marquee for the AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.0 and 1.1 cabinets. We'll also take a look at the Legends Ultimate Mini Standard and Tetris editions, and how easy is it to rotate that screen. We're also going to take a look at the updates to the Quad Play control panel. Not only that, everybody loves pinball. That's right, Taito Pinball Pack 2 came out earlier today. What are our thoughts? What are the best deals? What are the ones to go for? All that's going to be included in tonight's show as we celebrate retro gaming. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Super GameRoom Dudes, your arcade and gaming podcast show. Detroit Love, unfortunately, cannot be with us tonight, so we do have a stand-in. We have Stephen Haywood from the Tech Buzz joining us. Stephen, how are you? Welcome to the show.
You told me this was going to be Legends Center. What am I doing?
No, it's not.
What are these guys doing here?
And then we have Nostalgia, MichaelBtheGameGenie. We are broadcasting on 3 channels tonight, so no matter where you are, don't worry, guys. We'll see your live chats here, and we'll try and get as many of them on the screen as we can. We definitely want to get your honest opinions, feedback, and reactions for this particular weekend event. It's a very exciting time. Now, I got to say, guys, what's been really cool about us doing our podcast shows is we've had we've interviewed a lot of companies. We've had a lot of companies ask us to host events for them. We've given away multiple Toy Shock pinball machines. We've hosted iiRcade's summer events. We hosted last year's National Owners Day, and we're back again to do it this time as well. Free of charge, our efforts for you guys to have fun, get together, celebrate retro gaming and what's going on with these companies. And this is a very exciting weekend for AtGames. National Owners Day is kind of like their own mini CES. Wouldn't you agree, MichaelBtheGameGenie?
Yeah, 100%. This is AtGames' big event. This is the time they're excited. And one of the things that I love so much about this is they don't use this as an opportunity to put themselves on a pedestal and show how great they are. It's an opportunity for them to humble themselves, give back to the community, and share information with the community. Very interactive, great event.
Yep. And AtGames is definitely giving back to owners this weekend, which is really, really nice to see. I mean, in all honesty, guys, no other company is doing this. You know what I mean? Like iiRcade, they gave away a game, gave some games to some folks and stuff, some small stuff. But when it comes to like this massive of giving back, AtGames is definitely doing that, in my opinion. Steven, would you agree?
Which one?
I'll just call you Nostalgia. How's that sound?
Sure, that works. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And that's something that I'm typically, I mean, I don't want to say I'm blown away by it, but it's impressive to see how much they kind of go above and beyond and really spoil their supporters. So it's refreshing. You don't really get to see that a lot with a lot of companies, and AtGames typically does a really, really good job at doing that.
Yes. Mr. Tech Buzz, how do you feel about them giving away $550,000 in ArcadeNet subscriptions as well as prizes, which we'll go over as well throughout the show, guys?
I think it's good. I think a lot of people think sometimes that companies are just money grubbers and they're just out to get as much money as they can. And AtGames has proven no matter what you say to them, and me of all people have been critical when you need to be critical, but then also praiseworthy when it needs to be praiseworthy, and they've received it. So I think them giving this back to the community and listening to the community, I think it's awesome.
Yep. All right, guys, let's kind of dive into it. So we're going to kind of talk about the new products coming out and what we think about them. We want to get your honest opinions and reactions. We're definitely going to highlight the deals, and we're going to talk about the deals that we think are the best deals, the deals we would recommend. But then again, if there's something that interests you, don't let some stupid guy on YouTube sway your opinion. You know what I mean? If you're excited about it, make that purchase. But we'll give you our honest feedback and reactions on the deals that we think are good, as well as the deals we think might not be so good. But we definitely want to give you guys that information, as well as I got some exclusive stuff that you guys haven't seen yet in regards to the Tetris cabinet and a couple other things. And also possibly we'll be making a little bit of news for the Monday show. So just hang in there, guys, as we obviously have a ton to go through, and we're going to try and go through this as quickly as possible. I think what we should do here is get this little overlay off the screen. Let's start talking about a couple of the new products that are going to be available for purchase as of tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, the National Owners Day sales start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and they run until Monday, Labor Day, September 6th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So you have approximately how many days is that? 2-3 days to get your orders in at the discounted pricing. So the deals last all weekend. The gaming contests are going to be Sunday. We're going to walk you through the gaming contests and how you could potentially win an AtGames Legends Pinball Machine and all that kinds of stuff. But the first new product that they got coming out available for order tomorrow, guys, is, and we're going to kind of start from what I think is, this is just me being me, is we're going to get to the ones I find more exciting later. But this one right here is an interesting addition, guys. And this is our AtGames BitPixel LED marquee, made kind of specifically for your Legends pinball machine, but there's a lot of other uses for this. This particular product is going on sale this weekend. Let's kind of start from the bottom up. Nostalgia, what do you think about this product? Guys in the live chat, give AtGames, guys, I want your honest feedback. Let us know what you guys think about this particular product. Nostalgia, go ahead.
Yeah, I like the idea of having something like this as an add-on for the pinball machine. It makes sense, and there is a lot that can be done in terms of like the images or whatever gets displayed. So I can see some pretty awesome integration with it coming. And I think if somebody's looking specifically for this type of, display on top of their pinball machine, it's a good option.
Okay. What about you, Michael B, the Game Genie?
This is a product that I'm not necessarily interested in, but I do see a lot of value for people that do like toppers on their pinball machines. It becomes a virtual topper. If you have the right artwork, you can do that stuff. Like everybody's seen different, like Joe Zabo doing toppers for different pinball machines. This is a virtual one. You can have toppers that go with every game on the cabinet. I don't like it necessarily for the idea of a marquee. I guess if you are playing coin ops and arcade games on it, that would be good for that. But in terms of pinball, yeah, you could do virtual toppers.
Okay. What about you, Tech Buzz? What do you think about this? You actually have a BitPixel LED with your Legends Ultimate as well, just like me. What do you think about this?
Well, I like it on the Legends Ultimate, but I'm not a fan of this on the top. Now, if they would have made it to where you could put it underneath maybe the back box, as a third display for, something with score or whatever, like some of these guys are doing with the thermometer, it just looks out of place on top. It just kind of looks like it doesn't belong. Maybe that's just me that feels that way, but I don't know. I guess if I was playing arcade games and I wanted, besides pinball, and I wanted it on, a marquee, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it flows with the cabinet.
Yeah. So my opinion is, I started doing a coincidentally, and guys, total coincidence. I started doing a video series on my channel, which I only got the first video done, about how you could use BitPixel LEDs with your Legends pinball machine. And one thing that I mentioned in that video, if you guys caught it on my channel, is I would not recommend mounting it on top of the pinball machine because it adds that excessive glare on the screen. However, even though they're showing this product mounted on top of the machine, the best way to go is you simply mount this on the wall behind the machine, and it doesn't reflect on the glass, and it'll look pretty cool as an additional wall accessory, but also connected to your pinball machine. As well as, I see potential here if you have a TV mounted on the wall. Let's say we have a lot of AtGames owners out there that have their TVs mounted on the wall in a vertical mode position. Having this mounted on the wall above the TV, that way you could take advantage of it, because this can work as a DMD for some of your PC builds. So if you like using your Legends Gamer Pro, Legends Gamer Mini with your PC connected to the wall, things like that. So this product is not just for the pinball machine. You could actually use this with your TVs and things of that nature. Also, if you just wanted to have a custom sign in your arcade room, right? Things like that. So I think I love the BitPixel LEDs. I have a whole playlist on my channel. You guys know I would recommend this product, especially with it being at a discounted $100 price this weekend. That's a fantastic price. However, when it comes to mounting it on the pinball machine, I probably wouldn't say let's not mount it on the pinball machine. Let's kind of hang it on the wall above it. I think that would be fair, in my opinion. And I appreciate your guys' honest opinions in the live chat. Let me know what you guys think. Kongs R Us is here. $100 is a great value. Absolutely, it's a great value. How many? Tech Buzz. When you use your BitPixel LED marquee, have you done any like custom images or custom signs like the Tech Buzz broadcasting show? Have you done any of that stuff? How hard was it to do all that stuff?
I have done my logo on it and using Owl software. It really wasn't that difficult. The hardest is kind of trying to make it so it's readable and it doesn't look like just blob of colors. So when you put your JPEG in there or your PNG, but the benefits of having custom logos on it, or like what you were saying about putting it on a TV if somebody wanted to do that or set it on the wall. But I'd rather the bigger BitPixel if you're going to do that, and then maybe run high scores across it, like leaderboard scores, maybe, rather than, I know AtGames just did it in the firmware where they have it running on the back box, and maybe I'd rather see that on the BitPixel in my arcade game room. But that's me.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I'm bringing back an old one. Yeah, could you switch it up maybe and use it as like a third screen where it's just the DMD? Like take the DMD off the screen. So even like, if you're using a PC and you're bringing games in, then you could do a 3-screen layout as opposed to a 2.
Yeah, so like if you're running like Pinball FX3 in cabinet mode, you can put the DMD on the BitPixel marquee and use that as your dot matrix display.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep, so you can do that. So yeah, I mean, it's all about options. I mean, it's an optional accessory. It's not you need this to enjoy your life. You know what I mean? What you call it? So I always love these products myself. So I'm a little jaded on them, but $100. What's the nod price on these guys? It's $100 on this one. We'll have to pull it up here in just a minute.
What if there's a way, P-dubs, like where on the back box they just kept the static image, like take for instance Rescue 911, it has the dot matrix DMD for like when you have a rescue, maybe output to that. If there's a way you plug it in USB and you could use it as a third, that's kind of where I was thinking, like you'd want it on top and then you have the real nice graphic on the back, maybe with some motion, the score really big on it, because that's always been my gripe, that they got this big 15-inch monitor and the score is like that big. So maybe structuring it a little bit like that.
Yeah. Now, one piece of information that we're trying to get AtGames to confirm is whether or not this will fit perfectly inside that AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini cabinet, whether you get the Tetris cabinet coming to you, if you pre-ordered it during the last National Owners Day, or if you plan on picking one up this weekend, because that cabinet will be on sale in its standard black variant. So, Nostalgia, is this going to fit inside that cabinet? Let us know, brother.
I have no idea. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
What I can say is dimension-wise, the pinball machine back box as well as the Tetris mini cabinet appear to both be about the same width. Whether or not they will be able to mount the same, we're waiting on confirmation from AtGames guys. Once we have it, we'll definitely share that on our channels and let you guys know.
So if I had like a roll of duct tape, could I connect it?
Yeah, I mean, with duct tape does it. Kev Gretz says, is it easy to program these things? Well, if you're just going to run the Pixelcade X software, all you do is you put your flash drive in, your flash drive X, and you go to the Pixelcade tile, you install the software, and you click the launch button, and boom, you're up and running. I've made several videos on my channel about how to do all that kinds of stuff. Let's take a look here at the next product coming out this particular weekend. And in my opinion, this might be one of the best products to consider. Although the price tag is hefty, it's a little bit better than I thought it was going to be, guys. And that is our Bit LCD marquee. I definitely want to get your guys' honest feedback on this particular product. So this is going to be available National Owners Day, and it's going to be on sale. The fact that AtGames is coming in at a pretty decent price. Let's find the price here on this one, guys, because there's 35 deals, and it's like impossible to get all of these memorized. Where is it?
You just passed it. Go back.
Just pass it, bud.
There it is.
There it is. $250 National Owners Day. They're gonna now. If it wasn't National Owners Day, this thing is going to retail for $350. And I know there was a lot of us who thought that this Bit LCD was going to be retailing for 500 some bucks, but we were hoping that AtGames would have the purchasing power to get us a better price. So $350, although it does seem high, it's better than what it could have been. Mike, what do you think about this?
I think that's a great price. I did not expect it. I thought the sale price would be around $350, $400. I'm actually kind of bummed because we can't get this in Canada. And well, for the people that are in Ontario, good luck with Shipsy. You guys are going to get a great deal here. But I wish I could get it at that price because that's pretty awesome. And think about what you can do with it, man. Like put real marquees up there for your games. Oh, that really pops a multicade right there.
All right, guys, I was just trying to answer some questions in the chat because we're not going to be able to get to everybody live on air. Yes, the BitPixel LED as well as the LCD marquee. Guys, these are compatible with all AtGames products. You could use these with the Gamer Core. You could use these with the Gamer Mini, Gamer Pro. You could use these with your Legends Ultimate arcade cabinets. You could use these with the pinball machines. They're all running the same software, Pixelcade, and it's all the same ecosystem. So you can use these marquees however you see fit with any of the AtGames products. Nostalgia, what are your thoughts on the Bit LCD? This is something that some folks, they say, hey, the Bit Pixel LED, it's oh God, what was the term? I can't remember the term. It looks kind of like, like a light bright, you know what I mean? Like there's some people out there who think it looks like a light bright, and they say an LCD marquee was the way to go. It's finally happening. Now, guys, keep in mind, if you do place an order for this, the product won't be delivered until February of next year. So you're going to have to wait about 5 months. But as we know, in the world of gaming, time really does fly before these things show up. Nostalgia, what do you think about these? A lot of potentials with these, even for DIY builds and things like that.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love this. This is, I think, the product out of everything that they've got for NOD that is like top of my list that I think is the best value, and two, the most interesting. If you're like me, I'm not really into the whole BitPixel LED style marquees. I feel like they're a little too flashy. That being said, something like this that you can really customize, you can have proper images, you can really, it's really going to make your machine stand out. So this is definitely something that I'm interested in and I'm excited for. I think it looks really good. And the price point is amazing. $250 for this. If you're interested in buying one, now's the time to pick it up.
So Nostalgia, you can get in on this, can't you? Because of your location.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, lucky guy.
You happen to know somebody in Ontario too who could swing you a deal. I know a guy.
Yeah,
he can get it to you for $6,000.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Tech Buzz, what do you think about an LCD marquee? It's going to be a costly add-on accessory. Again, optional. You guys aren't forced to purchase these things. This is if you really want to, I guess, pimp your cabinet out. You know what I mean? What do you think about this, Tech Buzz?
Oh, I definitely think I really like this. Out of the two products that we saw, this is definitely something that I'd be in. I'm like Nostalgia. Like I have the BitPixel, but I would have preferred this only because it makes it look cleaner. I don't know if you've noticed, even with the pictures that you were showing, P-Dubs, but the angles that they were showing for viewability, there's not a lot of glare on that. And that really stands out to me. It almost looks like a matte finish. And I have plenty of matte finish monitors in my studio, and they're phenomenal. So seeing the picture crisp and clear like that for $250 for essentially a 24-inch wide I get it, it's 6 inches. You can't buy, 24-inch monitors at that price. Even now, good monitors, and I'm not talking about TVs. I'm talking about good monitors for any kind of production. So I think that's phenomenal. I think that's a great addition to your Legends Ultimate.
Yep. Mike, you want to read off this super chat for us? I usually always read the super chats, but why don't you have a go, buddy?
Yeah, Arcade Will, thank you so very much, man. Each of you guys have your own great personal sites in its own rights and merits. However, together, you really do become a super rocking heavy metal game room dude show. Thank you so much, Arcade Will. That makes us all feel pretty good, man.
Yeah, that was really kind of him, wasn't it? Guys, if we can kind of take a quick pause here, there's something that we need your help with. Let me find it right here. Bear with me. So, Tech Buzz, you want to tell people what's happened to our good friend Glenn's The Retro Show? Between all 3 channels we're broadcasting on, we have well over 300 people watching right now combined. So now's a good time to let people know how we and Glenn's Retro Show need your guys' help.
Yeah, so the other night I was doing an improv stream, and I kind of spoke out because Glenn's dog, who has been a companion for them, for those that don't know, Glenn lost his wife a long time ago, and him and Cole, had this good friend, Blue, which is his dog, and I guess Glenn was playing with him the one day, and he got hurt, and now he needs like some kind of disc surgery, which is going to cost up in near the $11,000 range. And I saw the paperwork for it. So, I mean, it's Glenn, not that we need it. So I just couldn't believe it. And he didn't know what to do. He didn't know, he doesn't want to put the dog down. And this is his like a son to him. And I said to him, why don't you do a GoFundMe? And he didn't know if he should do it. He thought about it. He didn't know how the community was going to react because, Glenn doesn't ask for anything. And I said, you know what? The community loves you. We all love you. Put it out there. We all want to help. And even if it's, and I even said to the community, and then I said, if Glenn gets mad, so be it. But I think this is a good cause. Get on board and help Glenn, even if it's $5 that you can help him. On top of that, the remnants of Hurricane Ida came through New York City. You guys all seen it on the news. Glenn lost a lot of his game collection, a lot of his arcade one-ups, power supplies, everything. And now he's not asking for any money for that. So I'm not saying it, but like the old saying goes, when it rains, it pours. Yeah. And unfortunately, Glenn, he's probably going to shoot me. I'm even saying this stuff, but honestly, the man could use some encouragement. Even if you can't donate monetarily, shoot him a message on Facebook, shoot him a message on Twitter. Just let him know you're thinking about him. And Blue, I mean, he's really down in the dumps, right now with this. So I think that's one of the reasons, B-Dubs, that he couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah. Glenn was going to join us for this show, guys. And whatever channel you're watching on, if you take a look in the video description, there's a link for this GoFundMe. Guys, if you could do anything to help, if we can get this retro gaming community to rally together. I mean, you think about it. Nostalgia, you're a smarter guy than me. If we have 300 some people watching, if 200 people chipped in, $20, how much money is that?
Well, do you want me to do the math on that one? That's a nice, cool $4,000.
Exactly, and that would get us closer to our goal, guys. You don't have to donate big. Simply, if you could throw in 20, guys, it would really help us help Glenn.
Can we go back for a second? Can you do that math again? So 300 people donate $20.
He said if 200 people donate 20.
300.
He said we have 300 people watching.
Well, do you really think all 300 people are going to donate? I would love all 300
Glenn's
people to donate.
Glenn's the nicest human being in the world, man.
Yeah.
I could imagine all 300 would.
Yep.
And he really didn't want to ask for help. He did not want to ask the community. So please understand that we are coming to you on behalf of Glenn. Glenn did not want to do this. He was very taken back from it. And I said, Glenn, you never asked for anything. Never asked for anything.
Nobody super chat. Everybody just go to the GoFundMe and do it there. And also on my show coming up Monday night, which I don't know if I'm going to do, but if I do a show Monday night, same thing. Don't super chat anything like that. If you want to do anything, donate to Glenn's GoFundMe, please.
Same way with our show tomorrow night. Don't send any super chats. Go to the GoFundMe and donate. I don't want to see the man lose one of his, loves of his life. It's just to some people it's just a dog, but to him it's family.
Yeah, guys, we don't. Guys, if you love super chatting, we greatly appreciate it. But please, instead of super chatting, click that GoFundMe. Send that money to Glenn instead. Because if you super chat us, YouTube takes 30%, and that sucks. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's get. Sorry, now that we kind of depressed the audience, let's try and go back and have a little bit of fun here, guys. So, where are we at right now? We got to talk about 2 of the new products, and we also have the new. Let me find it. I gotta find it. This one's very interesting. This is that 4-player control deck. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Tech Buzz, what do you think about AtGames releasing a 4-player control deck? Now, these are the updated renders. Now, these aren't the actual pictures of the product itself, but these are the updated renders of what they're going with. What do you think of the changes they made versus the first time this was announced? And guys, let us know in the live chat. Do you like the changes they've made? Let's get that honest feedback in the live chat. Go ahead, Tech Buzz.
I really do. I'm looking at this. I almost wish the Gamer Pro Mini were kind of like that same style. This almost looks like, you went from, being in, freshman in high school all the way up to now you're graduating high school. Like it's more mature of a look. I think it's something. I'm a big fan of like black tech objects. I like either black or silver. So I'm a big fan of this. I love the way they did the buttons. The sticks kind of match. Looks like there's plenty of room for your hands, even if you have big hands or you need to fit a lot of people around. God, Michael, sorry.
What's so funny?
There's so much room for activities.
Well, I'm sure when they actually release this thing, someone said it needs graphics. Do you think they'll put like the same kind of Tron style artwork graphics that are on like all their control decks?
I hope not.
To kind of uniform it.
Hey, man, I really sorry, Glenn.
Go ahead, Michael B. Go ahead.
I really do hope they put the graphics on it. I'm looking at this, and I understand where you're coming from. Like, I guess there's people that bought like that iiRcade Black Edition and didn't want anything on it. But like, when this got sent out, I was like, no, that's not the final version. Like, no, like especially if they go with the black ball tops, which they're having a bid on right now. Like, God forbid, like you're in a dark room and this thing goes missing because you'll never find it.
That's true. If you put some kind of glowing paint on it or something, that it would glow with black lights. That kind of slick.
They can't. I understand what you're saying, that you like the black on black look, and I love what they did with the arcade control panel for the Legends Pinball. I think the black on black looks so good on that, and it suits the area. But let's be honest here, this thing looks very plain, and it's going to be going on hopefully our AtGames Legends Ultimate. I haven't read through all the material to confirm, but hopefully it still fits on the Legends Ultimate. And it'll be such a contrast to the rest of the art if it doesn't have like a similar art style. It'll look like it doesn't fit in. So I'm still hoping there's an art package, or at least some kind of optional art package.
Michael just wants a big logo going right across the top that says Legends Game Control, 4-player game control.
Quad control panel. Yeah.
Quad control panel. And so that everybody can scream about too much.
I want it to have its own marquee.
So let's give folks some information about this. So this particular product, they are considering. They did put a post on their AtGames social media groups asking a poll. Do you guys want us to add a trackball? And if you want us to add a trackball, the cost would be $50 more. Guys, if you want them to add a trackball to this, put a 1 in the chat. And you're willing to pay the $50 more. If you're not, if you don't think a trackball is needed, put a 0. Now, this is a standalone control deck. It does not come with a hockey puck, one of those gamer cores. You're meant to use this as an add-on accessory to your AtGames 1.1 cabinet, or you could even use it with all of the other AtGames devices like the Gamer Pro and stuff. Let's say, I'm sure somebody's going to make a 4-player pedestal stand. I'm looking at you, Buy Stuff Store. You know what I mean? And you'll be able to use it that way. And technically, via USB, Nostalgia, will this work with a 1.0 cabinet? They just won't be able to mount it inside the cabinet, right? They would have to kind of put this on a pedestal away from that cabinet. Isn't that the only way they could kind of get this to work?
I can't say for sure. I don't actually know, but my assumption would be, yeah, you would plug it in via USB and it just wouldn't be able to be physically mounted.
Yeah.
If
So
it works on the rest of the ecosystem, it likely will work on a 1.0. You just can't physically mount it.
Right. You're not going to be able to physically mount it in there, guys. Just a heads up there.
Oh, so this will not be mounted to the 1.1?
No,
1.1, yes, but not the 1.0.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not the 1.0. So, but yeah, so they're looking at considering adding a trackball. If it's something you guys really, really want, you guys got to let AtGames know. And AtGames, I'm sure they'll probably watch this stream, take a look at all the ones in the chat. It looked like the ones won. Did I say that right? The ones won.
I'm surprised by that.
Why?
I don't know. I think I just think about like the functionality of this specific device, and the purpose of this is to play with 4 people, right? That's why you're buying it. There's no 4-player games that require 4 joysticks that also need a trackball. So,
People are lazy. They don't want to keep taking these control panels off to go back and forth whether or not they're going to use the different attachments.
Yeah, but I mean, why stop at a trackball then? Why don't we put the spinners in there too?
Oh yeah, I'm going to get Photoshop crazy with this later. I'm going to put guns in it, spinners, a driving wheel, flight yoke. This thing is going to be crazy. It's going to have an ice cream dispenser. It's going to be amazing.
So taking a look here, guys, this thing, the National Owners Day price, the normal retail price on this is about $300, on sale for $150 during National Owners Day right down here. So taking a look here, here's some deals. And speaking of deals, I got to say numbers 9 and 10 on here are fantastic deals, where the Legends Pinball control panel, normally $200. We've always said in the past, guys, I think all of us on all of our YouTube channels have said we really wish this control panel wasn't $200. The $100 seems like a more of a sweet spot. So that control panel being $100, as well as the BitPixel LED being $100. Those are some fantastic deals there, number 9 and 10. But then, of course, right there, you'll see the quad play control panel will be $150. What do you think about these deals, Michael B?
Some of the deals are really, really good. Like I just did a review on the arcade control panel, and I said exactly that. I mean, if you can get this thing through National Owners Day Autumn for $100, jump on it, because even if you don't want to play arcade games on the Legends Pinball, I mean, just the improvement to the pinball experience and the navigation benefits kind of make it worth that $100 alone. But then you also get the option that you might, just like me, fall in love with playing vertical scrolling shooters on this thing. So, I mean, there's so much upside to that arcade control panel, and $100, it's can't miss. Also, the Vibs board has literally changed my life. Like, I love it. I'm constantly playing stuff from my PC onto my AtGames Legends Pinball, and being able to do that with multiple screens. Get on the Vibs board. It's not that hard to install, even for a novice like me. If I can do it, anybody can. 2 of those right there, I can't tell you how urgently I need you to go out and do that.
Yep. What about you, Nostalgia? What do you think about this list of deals on this particular page? Which ones really stand out to you?
This is a really solid page of deals for many reasons. The first one, the arcade control panel. If you have an ALP and you don't have that control panel, that should be your next purchase, because it is so nice when you get it installed. It's a very convenient. It helps with navigation. It gives you a lot of flexibility. You can do so much, and it looks, in my opinion, it looks really good on the machine, much better than the stock, like the Legends Pinball logo with the D-pad. So definitely awesome there. The BitPixel, that's one of those things that if you're into it, this is a good value. I mentioned earlier that I prefer the Bit LCD, but if you like the BitPixel, go for that. It's a great value. The Vibs board, $45, good deal. The thing that I was kind of interested in is the bottom right-hand corner, the Legends Core Max.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah,
we got some videos and stuff for that one.
Yeah, that one looks interesting to me. And then of course the gamepad. I think for $30, having an extra controller, I think that's not a bad deal at all.
Yep. All right, let's get that off of there. So we're going to dive more into all the deals in just a couple of minutes, guys, but we got a couple of things we want to share with you. So for starters, let me find it right here. When it comes to the gaming contest this weekend. So National Owners Day, the sales last all weekend. So don't forget that, guys. They start tomorrow. They go until Monday. But if you have free time on Sunday, Sunday's the time where you're going to want to hop in, turn on any of your AtGames devices. It doesn't matter what you own. As long as you turn them on and start doing some of these things, you'll be eligible for the prizes. So don't forget that. So for instance, guys, taking a look on Sunday the 5th, this is when the gaming celebrations begin. So you're going to have the leaderboard competition. All you have to do is play any game on one of your AtGames devices and post a score. It's that simple on Sunday. That could literally take you 5 minutes. Play a game, post a score, and if you do that, you could possibly win. You'll possibly win like 6 months ArcadeNet, things like that. When it comes to also that same Sunday, just play some pinball games and boom, you're eligible. Add 7 friends for a chance to win. I like that they brought that down from 10. Looked like some folks had some problems last time around hitting 10, but you can go ahead and add 7 friends. You could go ahead and send me a friend request through ArcadeNet. I'll help you guys out if you need it. Always willing to do that. Also, the other easiest one in the world is just opening Legends Mail. Michael B., how do they open Legends Mail on their devices?
You just open it.
Just hit the Z button. That's all you got to do. Open it. There's probably going to be like a happy National Owners Day message, and boom, you're entered as well. Now, the big one right here, guys, is Shop Now, Win Big. So if you make a purchase or place an order during this weekend, you'll be eligible to win one of 3 AtGames Legends Pinball Machines that AtGames is going to be giving away, or Buy Stuff Store back box, as well as additional like 6 months ArcadeNet subscriptions. There's a whole bunch of grand prizes for anyone who makes a purchase, and we will announce those winners on Monday. So as you see here, we already have a cute little thumbnail made. We'll announce the winners of the pinball machines and things like that. So we hope you guys come back on Monday to see if your name gets called. You might have won a pinball machine. Last National Owners Day, how many pinball machines did they give away? Was it 3?
Don't remember.
I thought it was 5.
Was it 3 or 5? I can't remember. But either way, 3 is a good number in my opinion, guys. And if you don't own a pinball machine yet, that's a good way to get one. So, Tech Buzz, you gonna win that pinball machine?
If I win it, I'd probably take it to the church and let the kids play with it because I already have one. So there's, all I know is when I play pinball, I just try to beat your score.
Yeah,
it's not hard to do though.
No, I know. So I don't care if everybody else can beat me as long as I beat P-dubs. That's the main thing.
Yep. Also, guys, when AtGames, I don't know if they released the firmware update while we've been live, but in the firmware update and part of stuff going on this week. So, for instance, they're going to have the pinball leaderboards this weekend. You definitely want to play Shooting the Rapids 2016, Fire Mountain, and Mexico 86 Retro. These games are also being added to ArcadeNet subscribers on all your ArcadeNet devices. So these are the new Zaccaria games that are being added for ArcadeNet subscribers. If you don't own the packs, you'll have these games and access to these games with the firmware update. And when it comes to playing, if you guys are looking to play on Sunday to possibly win some more stuff, might as well play the leaderboard contest games. They're going to have Liquid Kids, Chameleon, and I always say this wrong. Is it Chimera Beast or is it Chimera? How do you say that? Chimera Beast. You guys want to play those games as well. And speaking of something funny here, hold on one second here. There's also going to be a lobby happy hour this weekend. All kinds of AtGames stuff going on this weekend. Now, when it came to giveaways, like all these ArcadeNet codes and stuff like that, as well as today, like AtGames had to send out emails to everybody saying, hey, here's your codes for the Taito games, right? Or the Taito games. Geez, if you say it wrong, there's always someone who writes a comment in the YouTube video. You're supposed to say potato, not potato.
Taito.
Right. So the emails with the codes is, it's been hit or miss, right? Like some people are like, oh, my code doesn't work, or hey, I didn't get the email. So AtGames in the firmware update today is going to be updating and using now the My Digital Locker. So let's kind of show you what this is all about. This is going to definitely be something that fixes a lot of growing pains. Go ahead, Michael B.
It's killing me. Who are the 2 VIP guests?
We don't know. You guys will have to tune in.
Is one of them the guy who played Bull on Night Court?
I don't know, but there's going to be 2 VIP guests in the lobby. It's not me though, guys, but it's somebody. So we'll have to see who those folks are. Guys, let's check out My Digital Locker, guys. I want your honest opinions about this. Do you guys think this is a better way now to redeem your codes? As you guys can imagine, if you guys make purchases this weekend, you're going to get a ton of codes. You're going to get codes sent to you like crazy. And how do you keep track of them? How do you redeem them? Check out what AtGames is doing and let me know your feedback. All right, everybody. Since the instruction part was on the bottom of the screen and that's where your live chats show up, I didn't want to cover the instructions, but I was at your comments during the show. I'm sorry, during that video playing. Seems like folks agree that it's an easier way to do it. I personally think it's an easier way to do it as well. What about the panel here, guys? Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think it's a great system. Typically, when you're dealing with like any of those online subscription services or Steam or any of those other, I guess, platforms in which you can purchase digital content, you have a delivery mechanism that you can access things right from within the application, the platform, the whatever, the software. So it's really nice to see that they've done this. You can go online, you make your purchase, it sends it over, it links it to your ArcadeNet account. You can access it right from your device and activate it, and you're off to running. You don't have to mess around on a keyboard with a joystick trying to put in a 15-digit code. It's just nice, easy, and clean. Very, very, very effective and a good mood.
Yep. Alrighty, Michael B. Any questions in the live chat that we missed? Ristalgia created it.
I did not. I cannot take credit for that one.
What are you going to say, Mike?
No, I don't see anything else there. Everybody's saying nice comments. That's definitely an improvement. A couple people have mentioned there was some issues with it in the firmware notes. I mean, anytime like there's a new implementation, there's going to be kinks to work out, guys. So, just be patient. It's not like it's going to take 7 months for AtGames to send out another firmware update to fix anything. So we'll see next week. And this is a great system. I've been saying it till I'm blue in the face. Like a lot of stuff with AtGames for like adding games, ArcadeNet, adding friends. I'd love to see it directly on the system, and it's nice to see them make moves towards that, at least with this process. Now, hopefully we can make friends on this very soon as well.
You're so funny. All right, guys. Now this is actually, I saved this one for last because I actually am really excited about this one. I love it when there's upgrades and improvements to things. And the last, well, is it the last? We don't know. But last new product here that AtGames is launching this weekend for pre-order is the Legends Core Max. This is your hockey puck on steroids. Guys, I want your honest opinions about this. Now, normally they're saying here, full price is $150, but I think that does this include ArcadeNet as well? Yeah, the $20 for ArcadeNet's included in here as well. But they're doing it for $100 will be the promotional price during NOD with a $50 non-refundable deposit. Nostalgia, why should they consider the Legends Core Max? And guys, let us know your thoughts in the live chat. I got some videos information to show you coming right up on this product. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the big thing is that when they say it's a beefier machine, it is like substantially more powerful. You've got substantially more RAM. I think you're dealing with 4 times the amount of RAM. The SoC on board is substantially more powerful. It's got a higher clock speed. You're going to be able to really get very high performance. You're going to be able to push on this device 1080p 60 frames per second for pinball. There is substantially more options in terms of future programs and applications or games that are going to end up being released because it is capable of doing substantially more. I would argue that the SoC inside this machine is equivalent to any other home arcade system, or I would say as powerful or more powerful than any other home arcade system in the marketplace right now that you can buy in a commercial sense. So it is a good little device. So
now this particular puck does have the same chipset and stuff that the Legends Pinball Machine has, correct?
Yeah. So you are going to be dealing with the same kind of workhorse that's inside the ALP.
Okay. And so basically what it means is your pinball games are going to be running at 1080p 60 frames per second versus what they currently run on the current generation of pucks, which is like 720p 30 frames per second, right?
Yep. Well, and the other thing too is that because it's a more powerful device, you're just going to have a smoother interface too. Like it's going to be faster for loading. It's going to be faster for navigating the menus. It's going to be faster for your boot up. It's going to be faster pretty much across the board. It's just a more powerful device in general.
Yep. It's the same universal firmware, guys. Same universal firmware, same ecosystem. Go ahead, Mike.
So I got to ask a question, and I don't mean to be critical of AtGames now, but whenever they do these test things and make these videos, like earlier we saw the BitPixel LCD, and like it's beautiful, and instead of actually putting like a marquee for one of the games that they have there, they just show these random marquees for pinballs, which is not really the where you would go normally with that. Then you're putting this new device on, which is amazing, and it's mainly on an arcade control panel, but they play a console game in Aladdin. Like, I just find that really strange. Like, it's almost like someone needs to take them aside and say, show one of your arcade games. Hey, put a arcade game marquee up there. I don't get it. Like, whoever's doing this, these are small things that you should pick up on. And sorry for being so critical.
There's nothing wrong with being critical, Mike. You're hilarious. So let's kind of zoom in here, kind of show you guys this, and you might notice some improvements. This is a right here. You have like your monitor, right? And then you have your purple hockey puck right here. And you'll notice that image does look quite sharper than it does today on your television if you're using the Legends Gamer Pro or Mini to run these pinball games. I actually am seeing a bit of an improvement there as well because it is in 1080p. Hey, Mike, would you like me to show a better video? Would that make you?
No, this is fine because this is really where the Legend Core Max is really gonna excite people. For people that don't have a pinball table and want that same butter smooth experience, and they have the Legends Gamer Pro, they can upgrade here without having to buy another control panel. They can save themselves some money. Get the Legends Core Max. You're going to get that upgraded pinball experience without having to buy a whole new controller or a pinball table. Same if you have an AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini. This is basically an upgrade on the go. You can plug this thing, you all of a sudden get a new machine that's more powerful. You can play your pinball much more powerfully on your Legends Ultimate 1.1. It's a new Legends Ultimate. It's really Legends Ultimate 1.2 without buying a new cabinet.
Now, the pinball game, the same pinball games that are on the pinball machine, as you guys know, the games that run on the pinball machine, let's just use the word ROM because a lot of people understand the word ROM. Let's just use the word ROM. The pinball ROM on the pinball machine is the same pinball ROM that will be on the Legends Core Max. So it's not going to be running like the Legends Ultimate version of the game. It will be the Legends Pinball version of the game, guys. So I've seen that question a few times in the chat. Wanted to make sure that was clear.
Can I be critical for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Nostalgia, you were talking about that for future games. And the way AtGames is, and again, this is no slam on them, but it is kind of concerning because they're bringing this out. You may not get it till 2022. What's the time frame on games that are really going to take advantage of this hardware? Because I have a hard time with this as playing retro games. You don't need a powerful system to play retro games. I get it with the pinball, but I'd really like to see it play the pinball because the first gamer, like if you play the Gamer Pro versus the pinball, night and day difference. The ball floats so much, it's almost unbearable. It's not 720p at 30, even though it claims to be 720p at 30. You're lucky if you're getting 15 to 20 frames per second, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I'd really like to see this thing run it in that form factor at 1080p 60 and see if and compare it side by side. I'd like to see somebody take a TV, lay it down next to a Legends pinball, and play it. And I want to see that ball move exactly the same way as it does on the Legends pinball. But I'd also like to see give us a roadmap at games. Tell us what games you're thinking about going that could withstand this hardware, because that's going to be a deal breaker for me as to whether I would spend the money to upgrade to this machine.
Bro, you heard of Mortal Kombat 10?
Who cares about Mortal Kombat? You know how many cabinets are out? You're going to get Zohar going in the chat room, man. Come on now.
I don't think...
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though, chat room? I mean, am I wrong? I would like to know why do we need this beefy of a machine besides some pinball? And a lot of these guys have the Legends pinball. I mean, it's a viable question, right?
Absolutely.
Not everybody does. Some people play pinball primarily through the Gamer Pro, or some people just on their Legends Ultimate. And AtGames is very open about trying to create the best experience for every single part of their ecosystem on every device for everybody.
Yep. So the final games list for the Tetris Mini, I did speak with PK earlier today. He did tell me that they're wrapping up the final licenses. They got to get everything signed off. As you guys know, AtGames always likes throwing 100, 150, 300 games on their stuff. Well, that's a lot of paperwork to go through. The final licenses and all that, they're hoping to wrap up shortly so he can get the Tetris Mini games list announced. As you can imagine, they can't announce the list until they finish getting all the licenses and everything signed off on. But the Tetris Mini, as well as this Legends Core Max games list, will be coming soon once they get through that whole setting up the licensing process. Now, let's take a look here. I got some video here of the Legends Core Max running the pinball version of these pinball games. It's unfortunately, and AtGames, we love giving honest, critical feedback. When AtGames wants to send these videos out, please do them in landscape mode. This is one they did in portrait mode, guys. So please, my apologies, it's in portrait mode. But let's take a look at it. I'm going to have to take us off screen so you guys can kind of see it really, really well. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, and I got another video here of the Legends Core Max running the more graphic intense Zakaria Deluxe Game Pack 5 on this particular hardware. Let's take a look at this quick video.
Sinister Deluxe. You're looking. Combat Deluxe. House of Diamonds Deluxe. Now come on, get your deck together. Let's do that again.
All right, there you guys go. So, what do you think about all that there, Nostalgia? Do you think that it looked and performed better than it does on the current generation?
Yeah, 100%. And I know the specs and I know the SoC very well. You are going to get, I mean, it's the same hardware that you're getting inside your ALP, so you're going to get the same performance there. But knowing what the SoC actually is, you're going to get really good performance. There really isn't any devices in this price point that are going to be able to perform the way that that SoC does. It's a good value.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, wanted to show you something about the Tetris Mini cabinet, as well as the Tetris Mini, or I'm sorry, the Legends Ultimate Mini Standard Edition cabinet. Now, one funny story about this product is one of the coolest things about it is the fact that the screen rotates, right, Michael B? And Michael B and I have talked on a lot of streams, are like, the biggest pain in the butt thing about rotating it was having to bust out that screwdriver, right? And I was teasing PK at AtGames. I was like, are you guys going to like send it with a screwdriver? Like, are we going to get our first official AtGames branded screwdriver? Because honestly, no one wants to use a screwdriver and take all that time and stuff. But what if I told you guys that it will literally take you only 42 seconds to rotate the screen? 42 seconds. And we're going to show. No, because we have a video here for you guys. Let's check this out. They've made some changes to the Tetris Mini, or the Legends Ultimate Mini cabinet. It's only going to take you 42 seconds to rotate that screen, and we're going to show you how right after this. I was telling PK and all the team, I was like, guys, whenever I get my hands on one of these mini cabinets, that I'm probably just going to leave it in vertical mode because I honestly thought rotating the screen was going to be this painful process of busting out the screwdriver. But now they got those nice little finger knob screws. it literally, boom, boom, you're done. That girl, 40, the one video I think was 42 seconds. The other one was like 48 seconds. And I just combined them, showing it rotating both ways. What do you guys think about that in the live chat? Let me know. Are you guys actually going to rotate your mini screen now? Let me know what you guys think. What do you think, Michael B?
Well, I mean, like, I've been very open with you. I'm buying this because I want to put it right next to my Legends Ultimate. It's my multi-vertical screen multicade, and I'm probably going to leave it that. But I got to say, that's a big improvement over the original concept. Like, that first video they put out, like, God bless them for doing this, because I always thought it was a great idea. But, like, it just looked so awkward how long it took to get the screen apart and the presentation. That looks much better. Even inside on the screen, like, you can see they've made some changes to actually put handles in there that just makes it look so much better. So really good job on that. The only thing I will suggest is make sure you have like a really nice towel or something nearby, because you are taking off the bezel. And I will tell you, like, if your basement's anything like mine with a bunch of arcades and other electronics in it, sometimes dust can get underneath the bezel and you'll have little dots on the screen. So just want to make sure before you put your bezel back on to make sure the screen is wiped down and there's nothing between the bezel and the screen.
Compressed air will be your best friend.
So I got a question: is there? Can you only rotate it a certain way, or does it really matter? Because I watching the girl do it, it looked like she was only rotating it to the left. I'm just curious, or does it automatically know?
So my guess would be that it has a specific rotation. So you're going to go, let's say, 90 degrees to the left, and then you would go 90 degrees back to the right.
Hilarious. Guys, let's take a look at the Tetris mini cabinet. So if you guys have been paying attention, AtGames has announced that these orders will be fulfilled by November due to critical part shortages, COVID issues. I mean, how many shipping container issues? I mean, hell, there's 44 boats parked outside the port of Los Angeles right now. But, unfortunately, this was a product they wanted to deliver sooner than later, but it does appear that it's on schedule for November. So everyone who pre-ordered one last nod in February, guys, it'll be here in November. You'll get your Tetris Legends Ultimate Mini Tetris Edition cabinets. Anyone who places orders for the Legends Ultimate Mini Standard Edition this nod weekend, orders won't be fulfilled until about February or so. But those of us who have been waiting a long time to get our hands on these adorable Tetris cabinets, we just have to wait about 2 more months and we'll have them in our hands, guys. And any commentary on this, Michael B?
No, I'm very happy people are finally going to be able to get these. I'm very excited about the Legends Ultimate Mini. This is definitely something I want to add to my collection. Like I said, to have a vertical screen orientation multicade. So I'm very excited to get my hands on this. It would have been cool to see, I know the product's not even out yet, but an additional deck to go with it too, because like, I know that, they have Tempest in their game ecosystem somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be on this cab or not, but I'd love to see a cab come out with a spinner that you could play on a vertical cabinet too. So I'm surprised that we haven't heard anything more about additional swappable decks for this. But again, it still hasn't come out, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume, already, let's take a look here. Let's zoom in on this control panel. This thing comes with 6 buttons stock, right? And they've already shown plenty of promotional material in the past on social media showing the Legends Gamer Mini, which has 8 buttons swapped into this thing, right?
Yeah.
It would just make sense to me that they do another swappable control deck that maybe has 6 buttons and a spinner, or 6 buttons and a trackball. I think maybe a trackball more than a spinner. It just makes sense to me that they would probably do more swappable decks. I think probably after this product is actually launched, we might see that, right? That's what we're hoping for. If you guys want more swappable decks with more options, spinners, trackballs, throw that in the live chat. I'm sure AtGames would love to see it. I noticed that, guys. I thought I saw a comment, but it went by so fast because we have 350 people watching.
No.
But PK is here, so PK's watching the show. Everyone say hello to CEO PK of AtGames, and let him know if you want additional swappable deck options for this cabinet. Nostalgia, what are you thinking here, my brother?
I freaking love the Tetris machine. I love this machine. I'm not sure what it is. I have always loved the game Tetris. When they first announced this and I saw the artwork, and when we were even doing the like the little influencer kind of briefing when they were showing this to us on the back end for the first time, I was super excited. I really like this. This is probably my favorite AtGames product that has ever been released, even though like the internals are the same as something that I already own. I just like the way this looks. I'm just really stoked for it.
I love that bezel, by the way, with the little Tetris shapes on that bezel. I absolutely love it. I think it's adorable. And orange, you glad you ordered it because it is orange. Papa Brad, you win the internet today. Thanks so much. Tech Buzz, what are your thoughts on the Tetris Mini? I don't think you and I have ever talked about it before together.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a 3/4 scale Legends and a single player, a lot of these guys may not do multiplayer. I think it's a great option. I personally, if I was going to get one or the other, the Legends Ultimate Mini or the Tetris, I'm with Nostalgia. I like the way it looks. I think it's got a good vibe to it. So kudos to AtGames on the design of that. I think the artwork looks stellar. Yeah, look, I mean, it looks really good.
Yep. No riser necessary. No riser necessary.
It looks good, man. It really does look good.
I just love seeing it in vertical position. I get excited.
Although I think Michael B is going to need to use it like a Tetris block to get it into his arcade room. I'm just saying. Get it in there or something.
It's going to go in my second arcade, my multicade. I got room for one more.
Horizontally or vertically?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, man, it just stinks. We got to wait 2 more months before we can get our hands on it. But we all know that they're trying to deliver it as soon as possible. Gotta love it. Comes with the pinball kit, which was part of the option right here. There you guys go. Tetris. All right, let's get that off of there. So speaking of which, the Legends Ultimate Mini will be on sale during National Owners Day. So let's kind of start running through some of these deals, and then we'll have to give our teasers for Monday, and then we'll be wrapping things up here, guys, because we don't want to keep you too long. So let's take a look here. So let me get back here. My apologies, guys. All right, so let's take a look here. Now I want honest feedback and honest recommendations from everybody. So let's take a look at the first row of deals here. Guys, let us know in the live chat which deal you're going to be picking up. There's a ton of them, and which deal you're not. So taking a look here, guys, we are doing the Legends Pinball Plus 1. You're going to get the Zachariah Pinball Packs, 105 tables with the 22 built in, 127 tables. If you haven't bought a pinball machine yet, $800. What do you think about this deal, Michael B?
It's fantastic. I mean, you're getting your arcade control panel right out of the gate, which you're going to love. You're getting all the Zachariah games, which are fantastic, have really breathed a lot of life into that AtGames Legends pinball table for me. And I didn't even know if I would like them. I was like, oh, there's going to be the same game done a couple times over. But, man, I could play what was the one that was on the leaderboard challenge this past week? Magic Castle. So I was a big fan of the original Magic Castle, but then I started playing 2017, and even though it's just a remake, it's a brand new game, and it's very, very fun. The next deal over with the Vibs board, I said it again, like both the Vibs board and the arcade control panel are both just absolutely essential pickups for the AtGames Legends Pinball. So anytime you can jump on that, definitely do it. I think both of those are just no-brainer deals.
Yep. So this is deal number 2, Legends Pinball Plus 2. You get 127 tables. So you're going to get your Zach Packs 1 through 4, plus a Vibs board, plus a $20 Arcade Net subscription. Now, the one thing that did kind of drive up some of the prices on some of these deals was the addition of an Arcade Net month subscription. So throwing that extra $20 in, then adding the discount after the fact. So some folks, some folks like Arcade Net, some folks don't, right? To each his own.
Yeah, and let's be clear here. Let's call a spade a spade. This is not a tin sign where you're paying more because ArcadeNet's in there. They're basically getting this free with all these deals. So nobody take it as well. ArcadeNet's included.
Whoa.
It's given to you free.
Yes. So honestly, I think out of the two pinball bundles, maybe the first one would be the one to go. I mean, you want to get that control panel. I mean, ease of navigation as well on the system. I love using the control panel whenever I have to log in or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
I think it really depends on the type of person who's buying this, right? Like if you're somebody who wants to mod it, then Deal 2 is a better option for you because you're going to get the Vibs board. But if you're somebody who maybe isn't very technical and you just kind of want to play what the machine has built in and the games that you can buy off the App Store, then Deal 1 is the way to go.
Okay. Now, I got some photos and stuff here of the Legends Ultimate Mini Standard Edition, plus we want to show you this deal. So those of you who did not pre-order a Legends Ultimate Mini back during the last National Owners Day, well, now's your chance. You could go ahead and get it, and they're throwing a whole heck of a lot of pinball included with this. You're going to get the Zack Pack, 105 games there, plus Tato Pinball Pack 1 and 2, so that's an additional 8 games. Plus an ArcadeNet 1-month subscription if you want to use it, and then the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini itself. And let's show you guys some photos here of what this new one looks like here. So we're just going to do a quick little slideshow here for you guys, and that way you guys can kind of see what this thing is going to look like with just kind of like the standard artwork. But you'll notice compared to the original AtGames side art, they've added some Tato characters with the introduction of that Tato partnership over the last 12 months. So now you got some Space Invaders characters on the side of the machine and all that kinds of stuff. But this is what the standard one's going to look like for anyone who's new and considering picking up the smaller cabinet. What do you think about this one, Tech Buzz? Do you like the side art on here with the changes they've made?
The Legends Ultimate has not always been my favorite artwork. I'm just gonna say it how it is. I think they knocked it out of the park with the pinball, but the Legends Ultimate needs a lot of work. Like I would love to see it the way they did the Legends pinball. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm sorry.
Yep. What about you, Michael B. the Game Genie? What do you think about the Legends Ultimate Mini? And guys, let me know what you think in the live chat.
I mean, I think it looks fine. I've said in my review for the Legends Ultimate, I thought it looked pretty sharp. I had always heard critical comments about it, but seeing it in person for a multicade, I mean, it's fine. But I do like Steven's idea. Like, if you think about what they did with the pinball and how they took like aspects of all the back glasses from all these classic Gottlieb tables, maybe you could take key elements from some of the really cool arcade games, marquees, and build like a patchwork side panel to it. I think that'd look pretty sharp too. So there's always room for improvement. I love the way this looks. Like I know everybody loves Tetris, but I'm just as excited to get this because I think this is what will be available in Canada. I have no problem with that, but there's always room for improvement with what you can do with the art as well.
Nostalgia, what do you think, man?
I like Tetris better. I'm not gonna lie, but that's because I really like the Tetris one. So I think this is, I mean, par for the course. This is the same, more or less the same artwork that you're gonna get on an ALU. So I mean, it's fine. Some people like it, some people don't. I like Tetris better.
Yeah. So in my opinion, guys, I like the Tetris better. And I really hope AtGames can continue to make, some sort of dedicated cabinets in the future, but I understand these are technically multicades, so they have a multicade type design on these. Who knows, maybe in the next generation of cabinets, they'll come out with better artwork. Because I really do like the Gottlieb artwork on the pinball machine. I really do I like it. Some people hate it. I love it. And if they, like Steven, the Tech Buzz said, if they had mirrored that to like the new Tetris Mini, even the standard edition, not the Tetris edition, even if they had gone like crazy on the sides here in the front, I think I would have been all in on that as well. What were you going to say? Who had their hand up?
Oh, it was me. Of course it was me. Who else is going to have their hand up? So the other thing that is a cool thing about this is you're not limited to just this artwork, because one of National Owner Day Autumn's sponsors is Arcade Graphics. And if you want to update your machine and get something cool looking, head on over to Arcade Graphics and see what they can do for you.
Well, they haven't announced the game list for this, have they?
No,
Not yet.
But we actually kind of have a little bit of a sneak peek as to what some of those games are based on those photos. So if you pull up those photos again, I don't know if you got them there.
Well, I mean, I do.
We know we're getting Aladdin. We know we're getting Lion King. What is that? Burning Rubber, Space Invaders, Burger Time, Star Wars, Fix It, Felix,
Nostalgia.
Tetris, Jonah. Yeah.
Nostalgia, you're reaching here.
What are you talking about?
It's only 10 games out of like 150. We still need the other 140.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the entire ecosystem, it's not like you're dealing with like AAA titles for every single one. You've got really good titles here.
Yes. And of course, it plays Coin Ops X, right?
Sure does.
Which we love. We love our Coin Ops. Oh, too funny. Okay, so are you guys going to be getting a Legends Ultimate Mini? Let me know in the live chat. Press a 1 if you have one already coming on the way, or if you're going to buy one, or put a 0 if you're not interested at all. I want to see that. I want to see that poll, guys. Thanks so much. And let me grab a couple final things here for you guys. We need to get through our deals. So out of all the deals, Michael B. the Game Genie, because there's 35 of them, and it would literally take us another hour to get through all of them. Which deal do you think is the best? Which deal would you recommend for folks? And I'll kind of put it on the screen here for you so you can kind of see. And let me go full screen. Michael B. the Game Genie. Which one is the best deal in your opinion? Or give us a couple more.
Number 9 is the one that I'm recommending the highest, the arcade control panel for $100. I just did a review on the arcade control panel. I think it's an absolute must for the arcade for the Legends Pinball. Of course, I did say the price point at $200, a little high. So if you can get this for $100, you're making a very wise purchase by picking up the arcade control panel.
Okay. Any other deals you would recommend? A couple of these deals, it's kind of like everything, right? It's kind of like everything in this world. A couple of the deals are really great. A couple of the deals, not so great. You know what I mean? But then again, everyone has their own tastes, right? So are there any others that you think folks should consider in your opinion?
If you're the kind of person that you only have like an AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.1, or you only have the Gamer Pro and you want to play pinball at a higher frame rate, you're really interested in pinball but want a better experience, I think you should take a look at the Legends Core Max. That's definitely going to upgrade your device to a better experience, and who knows what the future may hold. It's better to be future-proof than not be ready for stuff when it comes out. I also like the Bit LCD. I mean, that thing is beautiful. I wish there was some way to get it in Canada. I've actually had a couple of people message me and tell me they could work some kind of crooked deal out to get it to me. So that Bit LCD is a very, very good deal, and I really thought it was going to be a lot more money. So I'm the kind of person, if I play a multicade, I want to see a real marquee up over the game. The BitPixel itself never appealed to me, but the BitPixel LCD, that's talking to me real hard.
Now, in my opinion, I definitely think if you are into pinball, the pinball game packs are definitely, a lot of them are worth getting, especially because, you know, these pinball game packs are usually about $50 a pop. It says 70, but that's because it includes a $20 arcade net, but they're still doing most of these at $25. So you're still essentially getting the arcade net for free plus 50% off the game pack. The one that hurts a little bit is the Deluxe Pack 5. Where you're trying, is that the Deluxe Pack 5? Yeah, this is the Deluxe games. This one in particular, it's going to be $45. So not as big of a savings as the other packs. But then again, good deals on the other packs. I wish this one personally was a little bit better, but hey, $5 is $5. I mean, I guess that's what I got to say, right? You know, $5 is $5.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, I know, but half off would have been great as well on this particular pack. I know a lot of people are waiting to get their hands on this pack. And then also taking a look here at all of the deals. Obviously, the Legends Core Max looks very interesting. And then the 4-player control deck, new products are always exciting. The Legends Connect, I'm not seeing as big of a savings here as well. as the Vibs board. I'm not seeing as big of a savings when you're purchasing it separately. You know what I mean? But when it comes to a lot of the other products, we're seeing some pretty good pricing. I mean, out of 35 deals, I mean, are not everyone is going to be fantastic.
So
I mean, that's a lot.
Let's call a spade a spade. For those deals, you're not really getting anything off those devices. I think you're saving like $5. The real kicker for that is you get a quantity discount that if you're going to buy one of them, now's the time to buy it. If you're interested in trying Arcade Unit for a month, so that's your savings on that one.
Yeah. Hopefully, AtGames, we want you to do Zack Pack 5 at a bigger discount. If you can't do it today, maybe at a future date. Do like a Thanksgiving or a Halloween sale, something of that nature. I think a lot of folks would love to get more than $5 off that game pack. Nostalgia, what are the must-buy deals in your opinion?
Yeah, that bit LCD for sure is going to be a must-buy, and the
this one.
Yeah, that one. I like the Core Max. I've said that. I really see a lot of potential in that product. And then I think the last one that I would probably say is the control deck for the ALP. Those are going to be like the big three that are on top of my list.
Yep. What about you, Tech Buzz? What are some of your favorites? What would you recommend to folks, whether you own these products today or are thinking about getting them yourself?
Well, I think number one, if you don't have an AtGames Legend Pinball, getting the control deck and everything with it, the Zack Pack and such. Despite my critical response about the Gamer Max, I think for those that maybe have a Gamer Pro that want pinball that don't have the room for a cabinet like that, I mean, $100, you can have, a better experience than what you have right now with the Core, is definitely something. And then, I think that the scroll down the LCD.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. The LCD marquee. So I think those are the top three that I'm seeing right now as being something that I think a lot of people are looking at right now or should look at.
Yep. And so some of my recommendations obviously would be any of the BitPixel LEDs because I love the LEDs, and of course I'm going to put in for the LCD as well because I mean why not, and then of course if you don't already own the control panel, this is such a good deal for your pinball machine. Why not get it? Makes menu navigation so much easier. I probably, I had a bad experience with the gamepad. I probably wouldn't recommend that yet, but I do need to test my replacement gamepad. Now, when it comes to the quad player control panel, I think this is a purchase you guys need to make a good, thoughtful decision on. It looks really cool, and you have to ask yourself, are you actually going to use it? If you do have a large amount of people, whether it's a big family or friends, and you consistently play, multiplayer games, looking to play multiplayer games, definitely I think this one could be cool, especially if they add an optional trackball in the future. I myself, though, mostly play these games by myself. Sometimes my son plays with me, sometimes my wife. Very rarely do I have people over. So this one to me would be something that it doesn't fit my needs. But if you're definitely going to use it, by all means, this thing is actually going to be pretty cool in my opinion, right?
Yeah, just imagine yourself standing in front of a big 70-inch TV with your Core Max hooked up to it, playing four player games on this thing, on that control panel. Everybody sitting around with that on the coffee table. That's going to be dope.
Yep. Yes, I have friends. it's COVID. We haven't had people. We haven't had anyone in our house except for my sister who came to visit us during my 40th birthday. We've only had one visitor in the last 18 months come in our home. We haven't had anyone else in our home. But I'm glad you guys are all my friends. I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, don't forget on Sunday to play all those games and all that kinds of stuff. Get your friends, hit that Z button, play some games. That way you guys could be eligible to win the big prizes on Monday. So let's talk about Monday real quick. Monday, we're going to have a much shorter show. It's pretty much just going to be the awards show, the results show. We're going to announce all the winners of the pinball machines, as well as all the other things. I think Buy Stuff Stores giving away a back box, all the winners will be announced, as well as PK's promised me that we're going to be doing a big reveal on the Monday show to cap things off, and possibly 2 reveals. One, I think for sure. The other one, he's desperately working on. So I know I hate hype for hype. I totally get it, guys. But just so you know, National Owners Day is not going to be over until the Fat Lady sings on Monday. So make sure you guys come back for the Monday show, and hopefully we'll have some big surprises for you. So fingers crossed. Let's hope that happens. If you guys enjoyed the kickoff show, we did our best to, give you informed, give you news, show you the products, talk about the products. If you guys enjoyed the show, whatever room you're in, click that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channels. Huge thanks to the Tech Buzz for filling in for Detroit Love. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Tech Buzz. And guys, do us a favor. Link in the video description for the GoFundMe for Glenn's Retro Show. Guys, please click on that link. Please consider chipping in $10, $20. Between how many of you are out there, if everyone threw in $10, he would hit his goal in no time. And with how much Glenn has given to this community, I hope we can give back to him. I hope we can. Michael B., any final thoughts?
Glenn's like the nicest human in the world, guys. If we can do anything for him, it would really mean a lot to me personally. I really ask you to consider doing something to help him out.
Yes. Tech Buzz, any final thoughts? Hype?
I thought we were going to talk about the virtual reality cabinet that was going to
Yeah.
be released.
Yeah, stop it. No, don't stop.
No. You got that wrong. It's a virtual reality. It was a virtual reality dartboard.
You're hilarious.
We're still live?
Yeah, we're still live. Nostalgia, what do you got for everyone?
No final thoughts, really. No, this is pretty interesting stuff. And make sure that you guys are out on the leaderboards on the weekend and get yourself some prizes.
Yep. All right, guys. Go buy your products. Go play your games. It's an AtGames weekend. Come back on Monday. What?
Beat-ups.
Come back on Monday. Find out if you won a pinball machine, as well as, is there a big reveal? We'll see you then. Take it easy, guys. Have a great weekend. What was that, Mike? You
keep it buzzing.
Keep it buzzing. Oh, wait, because Carl's not here. We will see you on the web.